going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The 27th of March. We're taking a look at ABT USDT Arcblock / Tether this morning. Daily chart Gate.io will be the data provider here. Starting to get a nice move here. Finally, we'll see if it can hold. We're going to jump right into it here in the charts. Welcome to the channel, guys. Appreciate all of the new subscribers and, of course, all of the current subscribers and viewers. Thanks, guys. Appreciate. All right. Arcblock, we are moving up right now, 8.68% this morning. Yesterday, which would have been the 26th, we had a nice day as well. ABT moved up 8.3 yesterday. We're up 8.6, so that's pushing over 16% in 2 days, guys. Very, very nice move. Something to be happy for if you are in this position. That's for sure. 16% in 2 days is very, very nice. So we're getting a higher high here. We're breaking some very important areas. It's also very good to see here for Arcblock. Let's talk about some areas to watch as today continues to trade, where we want to close, resistance, etc. We're going to talk about right now. Let's get the brush tool. So we had a move up here. We had a higher high. We took out the high over here on the 17th. We pulled back. We have a higher low on the 24th. Very, very good. That's what you want to see here for the bulls. Today we are getting another higher high. We have a change in trend, guys, taking place right here. At the least, we should be heading up to the top of the consolidation. But we want to get a close today for Arcblock. We want to be above the 0.618 level. So that's this fib level right here, the 0.618. And that's just about, it looks like that would be at $1.95, give or take a little bit. But I think it's right at $1.95. This white line on the chart, we want to see a close above that today. As you can tell, that is resistance right now. Let's get rid of this drawn line here. As you can tell, the market has wicked above today's candle, above that $1.95, this white line on the chart, and we are pulling back below it. Now, that just might be temporary. We might be back above that in a couple hours. Obviously, we don't know what will happen. I can tell you that it's an important level. You want to watch it, and you want to get a close above it. The close might not happen today. Maybe it happens tomorrow. Either way, it doesn't take away the importance of that level, that $1.95 level. Either way, unless we close, ugly and somewhere down here, this thing is looking quite bullish. But like I said, nice solid close above $1.95, whether it be today or tomorrow, is very important. So we have a break of these highs. We want to see $1.95 get broken, closed above. We'll head over to here. This lines up with the 0.786. That's just about at 214. That's the next level to watch. 214, $1.95 and 214 are both very important levels that we want to see ABT close above once it gets there. So for starters, it's 195 at the 0.618 fib. And then next we just work our way up here. So the 0.786 is, what did I say? 213 or so, right around there. It's this white fib line here. That's for starters. That's what we want to see here for Arcblock. But this thing is showing some early signs. We talked about it. We want to see a break into a higher high. We want to get a higher low and a higher high, giving us that change in trend. If we can get the close above $1.95, which is, right, we're at $1.90 now. We'll see what happens for the rest of the day. And we're going to jump into Bitcoin after this as well. This should take us right back up to the highs of this move here, which would be up there at 239. So this thing can continue to hold and edge its way higher, the odds start to lean much, much more in the bull's favor and are going to take us up to 239, no problem. And then that's a whole another obstacle up there. We got to get above that high, and we got to break and hold. So that's the, I believe it's the all-time highs here for Arcblock, if I'm correct. Let's see here. Yeah. Yes, definitely. So it's important, but you got to start from the inside here of this pattern, which would be, excuse that. Don't mind that, guys. It's my, Photoshop. Like I said, one level at a time. So $1.95, and then we're up here at 213, and then we work our way higher to 239. So all important levels to watch. Keep an eye on them. It's important. If any of those start to fail, then, perhaps this thing is not ready to break out. But today is a very good start. And yesterday's move closing up 8.34. I saw the market up 10 at one point. It was an early indicator. I was checking it, and I was checking Arcblock, and I was like, okay, this could be the beginning of what we're looking for. Selling dried up down here on the 24th. Very quiet day at the bottom, and then we're getting two big follow-through days, so it's really good to see. So as far as upper targets, they remain the same, guys. It's one step at a time. They remain the same. If we can get back to 239, this thing should be well on its way of breaking out into new highs. So we have all of our targets here. They remain the same from the last video. Anywhere from 243. I'll tell you what they are. They're 243, 245, 253, 271, 278, 279, 287, 289. Those are all of my upper targets and, resistance levels. But if we get a break, like I said, above 239, there's a very good chance we're heading up to at least 289. So that is basically a 21 or so % move. So for today, if you want any takeaways from today, we need to close above the 1618 fib level. That's this white line on the chart. The 0.618, sorry. That is $1.95. Next in line to watch, if we start to rally above that, next in line to watch is the 786 fib, and that is at 213. $1.95 and 213, very important levels to watch. Above that, 239. There's a good chance if we get above the 618 and close strong, then the 786 will be no problem. And then the next real challenge will be 239. And if we get a break above that, that could be a very strong breakout. But it's important that we get above the 618 for starters. So this is the ABT USDT Arcblock / Tether. It's a daily chart, and it's Gate IO. So, of course, we have some higher targets here on this chart. We could start with the 1618 once we get above all-time highs. Now, this takes you above my targets at 289. We have 331 for ABT at the 1618 fib. We have 2618 at $5.61. We have my targets here at between $8 to $10 for AB. That's my highest targets here, between $8 to $10. So if Bitcoin can continue its trend higher, Arcblock breaks out past 239. I'm not saying $8 to $10 can be hit tomorrow. Some of the times these things takes many, many weeks in a trending and uptrending market. The $8 to $10 range I've had on here for a while. It also falls right in the range of the 3618 fib at 251. And of course, the fibs keep on going. I don't have any higher targets than $10. The 4236 at 13, 18, and the 5 up there at 1972. So one step at a time, guys. One step at a time as this builds the right side of this consolidation. We're also making higher highs. We have a higher low. We have to watch the fibs. Keep an eye on the 239 level. All is well so far. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. BTC USD daily chart, Coinbase here. So Bitcoin, it's flashing a little bit of early warning signs here. So I want to talk about this. Bitcoin so far, we have a higher high. We took out the highs here on the 21st. We rallied up to resistance at 71,335. Bitcoin needs to do something like this for the uptrend to continue. We either pull back here and create a higher low. There's a good chance it'll be stopping at one of the levels here I have on the chart. So it could be at 68. It could be at 68,748. Or, it could be lower. It could be at 66.32. That would be this level down here. Could be even lower. The key is, though, you want to create a higher low and then rally off of that and put in a higher high. If this is a lower high here, which it is, it's lower than the highs that were put in back here, and we can't get a footing here and this thing starts to really roll over, you just want to keep an eye on it, because if it doesn't stop and create a higher low, like I said, at one of these levels, you could put in a lower low, and that can be very ugly. That move down, the right side of this, can be very ugly and happen very quickly. And, it might not take everything down with it right away, but once the selling really starts to ramp up and you start to put in new lows, like you're taking out the lows here of the 22nd or even the 20th, heads up. So Bitcoin is keep your eye on Bitcoin. You want to see Bitcoin continue its uptrend. And if it doesn't, it's going to take everything down with it. Not right away, but once the selling really starts to ramp up and you're putting in new major lows, everything's going to turn red here. So we want to see a higher low. That's the point. And that goes back to our Arcblock chart, where if Bitcoin finds a footing and continues higher, that's going to help Arcblock do everything that we talked about to the upside. If not, Arcblock is going to find resistance, at one of these levels, maybe it's today, and it's going to continue to roll over back to the downside and not be able to break out, because distribution will hit Bitcoin very hard and not allow that. But so keep your eye on the levels I talked about for Arcblock. Keep your eye on Bitcoin. Be careful with the selling there. We want to see it find a footing and continue higher. But right now, it is printing a lower high, and it looks a little toppy, a little exhausted with these three, especially with this candle right here. So we'll see what happens today. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Appreciate it. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. All links are down below. It does help support the channel. Turn on the bell if you want to be notified. Guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.